Well, joining us now is Chuck Reeves. He's a decorated Vietnam veteran and author of the book, A Boy Becomes a Man in Nam, Understanding the Cause of PTSD. Chuck, good to have you here again. The question is, how has this scandal and the wait times and the delays, how have they affected people with PTSD?
You know, it's interesting, Victor, that this process that's going on with the VA, this malady that's within the system, is actually creating more PTSD and aggravating PTSD. One of the fundamental causes is abandonment. At some point, the warrior feels abandoned by the military service that he or she is in a firefight, or we don't get resupply. In my case, we didn't even have ammunition. So that sense of abandonment leaves the warrior on their own. They have to make their own decisions, and then they have to live with the consequences of those decisions for the rest of their lives. Now we feel abandoned again.
Yeah, I understand, and I'm sorry to hear this. Sorry for your loss, that you just recently lost a friend. You say the VA failed him.
The VA did. He was a wonderful guy. He was running a nonprofit to help veterans with PTSD in a healing ministry that he had. And he would never say anything negative about any VA, but those of his friends who were trying to get in, trying to get past the bureaucracy, he constantly had to fight the battles for them. Yet we lost a great warrior, we lost a great friend.
Well, let me ask you about the news about the resignation of General Shinseki.
Yes.
Do you think he had to go?
You need to understand, first of all, that veterans do not abandon veterans now.
You told me that this morning, and it stuck out and it'll stay with me, that a veteran will not leave the wounded.
That's right. And right now we see General Shinseki as a wounded veteran. Did he have to go? Politically, of course he did. The focus, the press, the media, the public was all on him. He needs to get out of the way. But we need to recognize what's really going on here. Whenever a large group of people come together, a bureaucracy is inevitable. There are layers of management that naturally builds a bureaucracy. In the military, the bureaucracy, orders are obeyed, things are done according to the rules because the consequences are life and death. In business, a bureaucracy, we obey the rules, we follow orders, because the consequences can be no profit. We can go out of business. Are there consequences in government? If someone underperforms, what are the consequences? So what we have now is a bureaucracy that needs to be overhauled. And if anyone were to ask my advice, my recommendation would be, first of all, we need a combat veteran heading that up.
Not another general.
But not another general officer, in my estimation, unless he or she surrounds themselves with a number of field grade officers like colonels and majors, because they are closer to the surface. Now listen closely to what General Shinseki said. He was surprised that he had not been given the information. A general always gets the right information at the right time, the right way. They're accustomed to that. They ask for something, they receive it immediately. Between the general and the medical practitioners and the wounded, there's this wall of bureaucracy. And some people were saying whatever they had to say, doing whatever they had to do in order to preserve their position or to meet some arbitrary guideline. That has got to change.
All right. Well, Chuck Reeves, we appreciate your service, sir.
And we appreciate what you are doing to help the veterans. Thank you.
Thank you so much for